One-on-one at the top. It's just this twitchiness, this little in-and-out head fake. Slaps by his...
And here comes the rush after that. There's Khalil Mack just taking DJ Glaze and walking him right back into...
One-on-one with the tight end, A.J. Barner. Just has to understand that Zach Charbonnet is going to help you on the outside. So just...
For a loss behind only Myles Garrett. He's got 4 tackles for a loss today.
Jason, isn't he hard enough to deal with?
Right there, just a swim move by Chris Jones.
And big Mario Edwards Jr. engulfed him.
Doesn't kick him out. Plays with that bend and the explosiveness. Gibbs try.
This is going to be the Bosa pressure, is why he wasn't able to get the ball downfield.
Swim move, and they isolate Walker Little. You see
across the field to try and block Benito. You better get him there early enough.
Concern right now because you're turning this protection where you're asking Rachaad White to come across formation and block Josh Sweat.
This last week against the Cardinals, and he's just being a bully right now. He's just bullying.
The second block coming in here, able to just cut off McGlinchey there to make the...
There's 5 guys rushing, 5 pass rushers. This is where Dallas has been really good. And what a job by Sam Williams.
Wow. He just rolled right past
Orange over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, you can say maybe he was off to a bit of a slow start, especially when it comes to sack production. But his ability...
Too fast. I know what they're doing. They're waiting for the linemen and the pullers.
And that's his 6th, his 7th quarterback pressure. They set up that game beautifully.
3 or 4 weeks, he's going against their rookie, does a spin move on Armand Membu, beats him like a drum, gets the sack for the Atlanta.
Fast. He's down here on the bottom, loops around the defensive tackle and the left side defensive tackle, and the explosiveness. So impressed with how he's come back this year after such a tough leg injury on the upfield pursuit on the rush. And then Love thinks he's...
Keep an eye on Max Crosby, number 98. He is their superstar, and he plays all out each and every snap.
And that's what allowed Phillips to work to the inside where he comes clean and forces Caleb.
Yeah, and Lamar had to move in the pocket. A good get off by Osai on Ronnie Stanley. Works him. Benz comes around.
I won't do is get beat inside. Trent Williams this time is used to all the speed rushes around the outside. So he gives him the speed to the outside, and then he dips it to the inside and
to the quarterback quickly. Sometimes it's an automatic check for a defense. Humphrey awfully athletic.
I haven't talked about him a lot. Here he is coming off the left side. Juszczyk's going to be on that side, so he's going to slow release it, try and chip him there, and he runs right around Williams, and Purdy lucky he's able to get that ball off.
And they didn't bring pressure. They rush forward. They're sitting back playing kind of a matchup zone, but his length at 6'6" right there got close enough to Caleb Williams.
He's on the left-hand side of the formation. Pressure inside. Stanley goes down. Osai has a free rush. Lamar has.
But watch T.J. Watt. They don't get four hands on him. Just one guy. The guard tries to come over, but because of that pressure.
He actually stayed up. He went underneath Nolan Smith, and then you could see the push from the interior eventually finishes him off.
For Karras at that center position, locks him out, sheds him, makes the play. They're off the field, and this is big for Miami.
What an effort by Bradley Chubb, because you're turning the protection, so you've got not only Banks, but you've got Radens on him as well.
Yeah, Leonard Floyd, he's right there in the middle of the screen, and he's the one leading these rookies that are just ferocious when it comes to getting to the quarterback. Look at how quickly they collect.
Here at the bottom of the screen, Dallas Turner, he's working on the left tackle, Charles Cross. And he is a speed rusher, and with Darnold trying to click through his progression.
Tackle for the Jets, just watch what he does to Elijah Wilkinson. He just blows it up, gets in there, penetrates very quickly. He's their best pass rushing defensive tackle.
Flying around the edge. He missed the last time, but he ends up making the play here.
His part, you'll see him at the top right here. The difference was Dak did his part.
Half, guys. Not getting my quarterback hit anymore. Go back in and regroup.
To take the ball away, double tight end, little wing, and just miscommunication there. For some reason, Nick Collar up, number 89. He was the...
These guys just get after people up front, and Anthony Jennings, he hits it, and it's just a really well-coached.
On a big third down after a second down stuff of creating a negative play of getting Vidal on the ground, do you come after
getting a little chip action on the outside, but still manages to get pressure on Bo Nix? But Bo Nix, the one thing that he learned from his dad, who is a high school football coach.
Their team has run the ball, really all that effectively this year, but Henderson, he's had a couple lanes, and well, these are some of the plays that he's capable of making, and you get some of that inside push, and then he's able to come off of the block and then make the play on Drake May.
It's a longer journey from Samoa to the NFL, but not by much. Look how far he had to go all the way around and then back towards the line of scrimmage to get that sack, and he just stayed with it. Benito's long arms.
Oh, he gets up too, and as you said, Chris, that's the...
For me, it's very hard to not reimagine what that guy did.
You could talk about Leonard Williams. How about the first-round pick from a year ago? His ability to generate pressure. You see him right here, number 91, just working school on the bull rush. And
well, you'll watch him right here. You want to go ahead, or sorry, over here. You're going to watch him just bust through.
Together, and then it was like there was a little bit of confusion. Malata came off. Goddard looks at him and kind of like...
Just look at the penetration. I mean, blue shirts playing on the other side of the line of...
And this was an effort by everybody on the defense. Look at the penetration that they're all getting, forcing Justin Herbert to step
over and over again. Go ahead and hit play. Get ready to pause it right here. Look at this. Where are you going to throw that ball? Nobody. Nobody's open. But because of Bosa's extra effort continuing on the play.
So Jesse Minter just loaded up with extra people on the offensive line and brought to Tui Pelotu. Normally, he comes from the backside. That time, Jason, he came from the front side.
Right, the DeMarcus Lawrences and the Witherspoons, but Drake Thomas, I mean, guys that no one really had heard of, special teams, reserved.
But what do they call these jerseys, Andrew?
Superchargers.
There's a lot of superchargers in the area on that one.
We sound like a broken record, but it's just the ability to rush with 4, and then they've got 7 guys in coverage. You're in third and a mile. You're trying to push the ball past the sticks. And
7 linebacker, meaning run enforcer.
9 on 7. That's when you get into practice, and it's basically...
About 10 times you'll see Wilson, just a little counter. The backside guard, Anthony Bradford, just a really bad job finding
all of your protections. We're going to see Derwin James on the outside. He's coming off the edge, but then we're going to see droppers in here in the middle that makes it hard for Geno Smith to know exactly where to go with the ball before he knows it. Derwin James.
For a negative play, which is the goal for every defense, so that way you know they're going to pass.
Game hit 16 times, but I don't think this is all on the offensive line, guys. Look at the amount of time he has to throw the football. There's time to find someone downfield if someone was available.
I think they missed Jonathan Grenard. Watch the get off here. Abraham Lucas at right tackle. I mean, he doesn't even have a chance. He's not even out of his stance yet. The ability to generate quick pressure. That's really been Jonathan Grenard's big impact on this Vikings defense. Has missed the last couple weeks. And 2 sacks. And you can see Leonard Williams. They kind of go quick. Seattle wasn't even really set.
4-man rush. Stafford gets brought down. That ball came out. Derek Brown the hit, and DJ won him the ball.
Well, White starts on the left, and he works his way all the way around. Furl goes to the inside. So
watch him work back inside and hug the offensive tackle because he wants to avoid the running back right there. Then a little push down on that arm.
Ebukam is going to meet Stover in the hole and just blow this entire play up. He knocks him back into Woody Marks and then makes the tackle himself as a defensive play.
So disruptive in the backfield. Watch as he gets through. McCaffrey has to jump over the top.
Well, this time Tennessee, they're going to bring 5, but the coverage, you see Jacksonville keep 2 players in protection right here. And so there's just going to be a 3-man route down the field. And so now Tennessee, they could just blanket everybody.
The tackle is going to penetrate first, and the end is going to wrap around, and it works beautifully because the tackle is able to split the double team and C.J. Stroud.
Nickel safety, and he comes uncovered and makes a play. That's what you need in
the second quarter. Yeah, just watch how quickly ball gets in there. Bam, beats the tackle. Excuse me, beats the block, then makes the tackle. And you also got Jay.
NFL family for Dante Stills. His dad, Gary, a 10-year vet. His uncle was a 6-year vet. His cousin, Kenny, played 9 years in the league.
This week, best run defense he's played. Watch him hit and shed and then get out there and make the tackle. This is Chase Young. Watch, just stack him, shed.
A lot of playing the game at the quarterback position is just knowing what can't happen. And what can happen is to take a sack right here. If you can just throw the ball away or...
The one that's on the end of the line of scrimmage, he's going to be down here, and he just extends it outside. That forces McCaffrey, and just things stretch when it.
Yeah, you can't ask Jacoby Brissett to extend this play any more than he did, and you just got to have people working back to him. You see, Michael Wilson probably the best opportunity, but he has two linebackers around him, and everybody did a good job there. When
they weren't going to allow anything to develop. Here comes Jamien Sherwood as well. Jamien Sherwood already had some good pressure. No one to...
in the middle of the field. You see him, he's looking, there's just nowhere.
It is looking shaky right now for Tennessee.
Yeah, you see Cam Ward looks as if he wants to try to just shovel that ball out to Tony Pollard.
He hesitates and looks out to the left, and by that time it collapses around him.
This is just what we call a coverage sack, and there was nowhere to go with the football. Remember when I said you got to know what your plan is? When you get into these situations, get
this game and pays off dividends here in the first.
This is just a one-on-one battle that he wins cleanly. Starts up the field, ducks inside with a swim move, and he's in C.J. Stroud's face before he even knows what hit him. Beautiful play by Wormley.
Great collapse off of both edges. Quarterback has to step up in the pocket. Then what do your inside guys do? Beat double teams, corral the quarterback.
I want you to watch the pick here on the center by Danico Autry, which allows the wraparound, and then both edges push the pocket in. Daniel Jones has nowhere to go.
Nice job. He's just going to keep working and fighting inside. And as he does that, Kirk Cousins, as soon as he holds that ball one time, it's too late, right? They got guys that are going to get really good pressure. Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, Michael Clemens, they all know how to.
Really a nice blitz where Winston's going to come off the edge, and then Arden Key is going to wrap up inside. And you see Jacksonville.
With Cam Jordan, as they're turning this down, that ball's got to be out. Got to get it out. If not, you're going to take this sack because that is a mismatch.
Recovered by the defense. First down, Chicago.
See it real quick, Al, if you can see the ball come out. There's Wright going for the football right there. He did. He got it out. It's still free. Now it's a battle at the bottom, and his leverage there, he freed it away, got it away from Jalen Hurts.
And then they bail out. It ends up being just a four-man rush with a little bit of a twist game inside. They don't handle it very well on the right side, and Lamar simply gets trapped with the ball. One hand on the ball. These big defensive linemen, they can knock that thing out. Opportunistic Bengals defense. We haven't said that a whole lot this year.
Yeah, not at all. Osai, they have. But it's really about rush lane integrity. On a short week, it's really hard. 5 men rushing the passer here, and when that happens, like I said, you can't have a slow developing play. The reason you put 5 guys up there, Jim, so you can't pull the guards.
Space between Sewell here on the right, and he just takes a shot. Sewell looks like he's trying to come off on time to little double team block, but just really an aggressive read here. And then go against a defense that's always heavy in pursuit. So you just try to run kind of the end around, and just Green Bay doesn't go for it. Move him around quite a bit so the offense can't find him. Lined up over the center, moves through the guard. And then just that relentless pass rush, Enagbare on the sack as well. And again, it's just not Parsons. It's the entire group of defensive.
Jalix Hunt does a good job of sensing it and feeling it, going up against Trapillo. Eyes on the quarterback, has great length to be able to go up at 6'4", to be able to knock